Right, well, winter is drawing in, so it's time for a strong Christmas wintry ale. I reckon I've got just what we've got drawed here. So we're going to go for a ginger honey, some really nice honey from local honey, well, localish honey. Some cinnamon, an absolute shed load of ginger. I'm not going to use quite as much as that. I think I'll use about 300 grams, something like that. And then we've got about 5 keys of pale malt and a variety of other things I'm using up. So I'm going to get cracking with this. Alright, so we're just about mashing. We're back to doing full volume mash for this. I know we've got some doing some tweaks to the efficiency, but for this we're just going to go back to what I normally do because I know what the values are in Brewfather, so I'm sticking with this for the time being. But as you can see, we're quite wedged in there, so I'm just draw off a bit, perhaps a few litres into here, because I think by the time I put the grain in, it's going to be way too full and a bit iffy. So I don't normally do it, but I can't see there's any reason why not. We'll just take off, yeah, that's more like it. You know, a couple of litres, that'll do fine, so we'll get mashed in. Smells good, smells good. So, oyster out. Okay, so we just drained the bag then. We did have to take out a couple of litres, so we're going to pop those back. We'll get it boiling again, and then we will start getting some hops and some ginger in. Okay. Right, coming up to the boil. So, East Cape Goldings, 30 grams. Get this kit off some of these babies. Oh yeah, can't go wrong. Right, lots of stuff happening now. So, we're just going to leave that recording up there. Try and remember what we need to do. So, 15 minutes, chill it in. Give that a few minutes to come up to temp. We'll restart the timer. Ow, 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 that hurts. Right, this is a prep block. Let's plug it in. Right, got 10 minutes. We've got cinnamon and fillers. Honey on that somewhere. Cinnamon. You might not be able to see, but there's quite a big difference in the size of these cinnamon things, so I'm just going to quickly weigh them just to see what the difference is. 4 grams. No, there's hardly a big difference. 4.9. That's a bit less. Right, let's go with that one. Okay, so 1 stick. In it goes. What was the other thing? Not target. Just pause that a sec. Bubbles. Little figgles. Oh wow, it smells good actually. It smells great. Right. Ginger, honey, target. Do I need anything else? No. Should be able to get all that out, shouldn't I? Maybe we should put another one in. Yeah. No, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, no. 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 Gonna resist, gonna resist, resist, resist. Let's fleek it in a bit this time. 300 grams grated. Okay. Oh. Wow. Wow. In your. Floating up. Okay, alright, let's turn it off. Let's turn that off. Wait. Smells good, ginger's all floated to the top. So I think we will let's get it cooled down. Best plan. Right, let's cool them down. Oh no, try it, damn it. Oh, I took my thing out. Oh, it's put them in. Right, got a blockage. Oh no, this is bad. Right, what are we going to do? Ah! There we go. Dead rat. No, but ginger. Okay, so aiming for 23 litres here. It's going to be close. So we're all done, we're all cleaned up, and here we go. We are at 10.60 to 3ish. Not very clear, but it's got loads of ginger and all kinds of stuff moseying on in there, so I don't suppose it's going to be too clear. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, really, ginger's coming across. And I think the cinnamon's perhaps that thing in the back was just warming. Couldn't pick that. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't sort of pick that out, I don't think. But yeah, it's promising. I can taste hardly any bitterness at all. Yeah, so it's promising. Got no idea how it's going to turn out, but yeah, I haven't massively overdone it with any of the spices, so that was my main worry. Okay, right, let's go to recipe. Okie dokie, right, well this is second attempt at doing this because we ran out of the old batteries. I don't know how long I was chit-chatting to myself, but quite a while. So let's get back to it. So this is the recipe for the Wollaton Warmer, and it is a sort of Christmassy, well, it's kind of for Christmas, strong ale with ginger and cinnamon, that kind of thing. We'll just have a look down here and have a quick look at the grain bill. Now there's a couple of odd ones in here, and I've kind of just bunged those in to use them up. So we've got the lager malt and the wheat, the pale, and the wheat version 1. When I was chit chatting away, was so much slicker than this. Anyway, yeah. So we've got the lager malt and the wheat here. That I just kind of bunged in to use up. Another couple of odd ones. The acidulated malt, I actually needed, I think, around 250 grams to get it more in the sort of optimum mashing zone. I didn't have it, but that was as close as I managed to get. I fancied doing a brew, so you know what it's like. Sometimes you've just got to go for it.
Hops, we've got EKGs to start, then Fuggles and Target. Now, one of the mistakes I made when I was doing this was I kind of forgot about the Target until I was chilling, I think. I think it was until I was chilling down, so I just bunged them straight in. So it shouldn't make too much of a difference, hopefully, but yeah, a bit of a mess up on there. And going down, the cinnamon, I just couldn't resist putting more of this in. I don't think it's done it any harm, so I put in 1.5 sticks instead of the 1. The ginger, 300 grams, is quite a lot. That was all grated, and put in for 5 minutes towards the end. And then we're fermenting it with SO4. That's a catalogue. Sounds like a catalogue of error resist. When I was mashing in, I was a little bit over that. I was about 66, but I don't think it should make too much of a difference. Okay, so that's the recipe plus the mistakes I made along the way. Let's have a look at how we're getting on now with it. So it's as you can see, it's doing nicely. We're on about day 3. Hang on, let me just check I press record. Yeah, we did. Okay, I'll just go. Right, yeah, where was that? Yeah, so we're about sort of day 3. You can see it's going bowling along nicely. It usually takes about, for me anyway, it varies. It usually takes about 24 hours-ish for the SO4 or the SO5 or the USO4 to get going for me, sort of pitching wise. A minute seems to go pretty nicely. So yeah, I don't think it'll be too much longer until this one. We can just let this rest and just condition a bit before we start bottling out. Well, I say condition, you can just leave it floating around until we're ready. Where are we? Yeah, so we're about 1018. Now this started at around 6.3. It was the reading I did on the hydrometer was, I think, 1062. So not far off. Okay, right. I think we'll leave it there. Now what I'll do is I will, if this turns out good, I'll put a link to the recipe. I kind of based it loosely on a couple of ideas I've had from other things that I've made. The first one was the amount of ginger I got from, where have we gone? The amount of ginger I got from doing it was one out of the Bible. It was, I think it was called ginger ale. It was hopped with Galaxy and ginger, and it was really good actually. It was really, really nice. And so I wanted to bring that over. So that gave me an idea really of how much to go for, and I'm after tasting this sort of wort, I think we're not far off. Maybe we could afford to go a little bit more, don't know, but I don't think we'd want any less. And then the actual grain bill was sort of inspired a bit by a couple of the stronger ales in the good book, the winter Walmer and the Christmas ale. I was considering putting some nutmeg and bits and bobs in here in the brew, but I didn't in the end. I thought let's keep it simple because it's something I'd like to have a go at every year. Make a nice brew to drink over Christmas. Maybe send a few bottles out, that kind of thing. So thought let's make a start this year. We'll try and do it simple-ish, and then we'll refine it as we go along. So that's it. I think for now we'll go. We'll leave it there. It's going to be about couple of months until we actually taste this anyway, so we'll do a taste test later on, perhaps over Christmas. Okay, that's it for now then. Cheers.